Every single day on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere you see the same story about life abroad. It's always the soft life. Sitting in aesthetic cafes, watching the sunrise or sunset at beautiful beach destinations. People are traveling, living in big, spacious apartment with stunning interior design. People are flying first class, business class to their beautiful destinations. Back where they're living abroad, they're driving expensive cars, those are the dream cars, and wearing expensive designer clothes. And honestly, that life looks amazing. But here's the truth, that nobody tells you what it actually looks like to move abroad. So if it's your first time here, welcome to Abroad and Growing. My name is Cindy, and together with my two friends, Nashi and Shiro, we created this platform to share real, authentic, and relatable stories. Stories that spark inspiration and growth. Our goal is very simple: to build global community where each one of us feels seen, heard, and understood. So I moved abroad to Germany many years ago, and I have lived abroad for over 15 years, and I've also had the opportunity to travel across many European countries. And during this time, I have learned what life here truly looks like, the good, the bad, and everything in between. And honestly, today I feel like I've become the person I wish I had when I was moving abroad, someone who tells the truth about visa rejection. So when people talk about moving abroad online, the story usually starts at the airport. You see their suitcases already packed, their passport, and then the pictures captions new beginning. But what they don't show you is everything that happens before the moment. For many Africans, the journey doesn't begin with packing bags, it begins with paperwork. Oh my gosh. Filling out forms, gathering documents, paying application fees, and then waiting, hoping, and praying that the embassy says yes. But here's the truth: African applicants face some of the highest visa rejections rates in the world. I can attest to that. I have family members who have been rejected so many times. And it's not always because they did something wrong. Sometimes the reason is insufficient ties to home country. Other times it's unclear financial stability or risk of overstaying that I never even understood. So these reasons sound official, but they are often subjective. Two people can submit the exact same document and get completely different results. And that's the part influencers never talk about. They don't talk about the stress, the anxiety, the heartbreak of being rejected after investing your time, money, and emotions on these visas. Some of them were rejected multiple times before they even got approved, but you'll never hear that part. Others have had advantages: a spouse abroad, a job contract, or a school admission, but online it is packaged as just apply easy, it will work out. And that creates a very dangerous illusion, if I am pronouncing it correctly. Because visa rejection is not just a stamp, it's emotional, it's draining, and it makes people question themselves. So before we even talk about life abroad, we have to acknowledge this truth. For many Africans, the hardest part is not adjusting living abroad, it's getting the chance to live in the first place. The myth of instant wealth. Let's talk about money. One of the biggest lies you'll see online is that once you land abroad, you've made it. You've made it. You are living in paradise. That suddenly life becomes easy. That money flows from A to Z. That everything just works out. But the reality Life abroad is so expensive, especially me. I live in Munich, and during this time, we are living in the time of crisis. We've had Corona, we've had the war between Russia and Ukraine. Life is so hard, and right now we are living in the crisis of Israelites. And is it Israelites, or correct me if I'm wrong? In other words, we are living in a crisis mode where life abroad has become even more expensive. Rent is so high, food is so expensive, transportation costs, whether you're driving a car, whether you're using public transportation, all of that costs money. There is insurance. If you're driving a car, health insurance, everything is increasing. Taxes, that's a topic on another day. Paying taxes in Germany, it's so expensive. You have bills, daily bills, clothing, food, etc. It adds up very quickly. And many immigrants don't start at the top. In fact, most of people start at the bottom. Highly educated people, graduates, professional, name it. So these high skilled African educated people, they left home hoping that when they land abroad, they'll just get easy jobs. But the reality is they work entry-level jobs. Not because they are not capable, but because that's the system. The truth is, the dream, that takes time. It takes years of hard work, sometimes multiple jobs, long hours, sacrifices. So when you see someone enjoying life abroad, just remember you are seeing the results, not the process. The reality of brain waste. Another myth is that your degree will automatically open doors. Like wherever part of African countries you are, your degree will open the doors. Once you have it from your country, in my case from Kenya, you come abroad, that your degree will open the doors. That once you arrive, your qualification will be respected. But the truth, many foreign degrees are not recognized, and that leads to something called brain waste. Highly skilled people working jobs far below their qualifications. Doctors working as caregivers, engineers doing manual labor around Europe, teachers starting from scratch, and in many cases, people have to restudy, recertify, rebuild their entire careers. It's frustrating, it's humbling. Let's address another illusion, that life abroad is perfect, that there is no poverty, no struggle, no hardship. But the truth is, poverty exists everywhere. There are homeless people everywhere. There are people struggling to survive, and that's everywhere. Not only in African countries, it's everywhere around Europe. There's inequality, everywhere. And for many immigrants, this comes as a shock because the image we were sold was perfection. But the reality is always more complex than what we see online. About legal status. Another thing people don't talk about is how difficult it is to stay legal. Many believe that once you arrive here abroad, getting citizenship is easy, but that's far from the truth. Legal pathways are often complicated, limited, and highly competitive, if I get that word correctly. And for some people, there is no clear path at all. This leads to people living undocumented, not because they want to break rules, but because they are trying to survive. They are living in fear, avoiding authorities, constantly anxious about deportation. This is a reality for many living abroad, but it's rarely discussed. Loneliness and the hidden emotional cost. Now let's talk about something even deeper. Loneliness. Life abroad can be incredibly isolating. You leave behind your family, your friend, your culture, your language that you used to communicate so well, and suddenly you are alone. No village, no hometown, no support system. No one truly understands you. Like you are surrounded in an environment where, or you're surrounded by the people who don't understand you well as compared to back home. And on top of that, there's pressure. There's pressure to succeed. There's pressure to send money home. We call that a black tax. And that pressure can be so heavy on most people. So while social media shows fun, freedom, and enjoyment, many people are silently struggling. Before you start feeling jealous, before you start thinking you are behind, please pause. Please pause. Do not see somebody's else life on social media and think like, whoa, I'm behind or something like that. Please pause for a second. Be careful what you consume online, because most of what you are seeing online is edited, it is filtered, it is curated, and it's highlighted real, highly highlighted. Not the full story. Your journey is real. I want you to know that your pace is valid and your story is unfolding exactly the way it is meant to be. Moving abroad is not a competition. It's not a race, and it's definitely not a measure of your growth. Whether you are still applying for visas, saving money, supporting your family, or building your life step by step, you are not behind. You are growing. Even if your journey takes longer than expected, keep going, stay focused, and don't let anyone's reel on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or whatever make you doubt your progress. Your time will come, and when it does, it will be real, it will be earned, and it will be meaningful. So if this episode resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Abroad and Growing. Let us know in the comment section what's the truth about life abroad that you think people should talk about more. And see you in the next one. Bye.